Hey guys, it's Jason again here at the Children's Museum, ACEAM Program Manager. I'm going to continue our talk on aerodynamics by actually creating an instrument from ancient times, or not really ancient times, they're still used today. But you might be wondering to yourself, what's this have to do with aerodynamics? Well, the way this instrument works is how we sort of came up with the idea of a propeller. And as we know, a propeller works with airflow. Now, both boats and airplanes have propellers, so remember that one basic idea. Aerodynamics is not about how things fly, it's about how things manipulate airflow. Now, propellers are really interesting objects. They are both angled and twisted. And because they're both angled and twisted, in the shape in which they are angled and twisted, they are able to move something forward. In a lot of cases, the way a propeller is twisted is how it actually is able to make something fly. In a boat, it's more the angle and twist is how it can actually move through water and move the water out of its way so that it can move forward. It's still kind of an idea of aerodynamics though, because there will be airflow with that. The best way to understand how a propeller works in the angle and twist is how a screw works when you put it into a piece of wood. As you screw that piece of wood in, you are giving it a force that's moving it forward. That force moving it forward and attaching those two pieces of wood, or attaching something to a piece of wood, is actually Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So as you twist it together, that twisting is moving the screw forward and putting the two pieces of wood together. Okay? The same thing is happening with the propeller. As the propeller is turning, it's had that kind of screwing motion as it's turning around. Okay? It's able, with the twist and the angle, to produce lift, which is able to make it go up into the air. Now, this instrument that we're making is called a bull roar. It's a really cool instrument. They've been used by many cultures throughout the world for thousands and thousands of years. So it is an ancient sort of instrument that's still used today as a demonstration of a past culture. Bull roars are really, really prominent in the country of Australia, which is also a continent. In that country, the people known as the Aborigines actually use bull roars to signal one another. Because Australia is fairly flat in certain areas, bull roars there could be heard for miles and miles and miles. I'm going to demonstrate how the bull roar works for you in a minute, but first we're going to go ahead and make one. This is what we're going to do. We're going to take a craft stick. We're going to take an index card. We're going to take a rubber band, 2 paper clips, a pair of scissors, some tape, some string, and some markers to make our bull roar. Now, first and foremost, when you make a bull roar, since it's a cultural artifact, you want to give it some design to kind of show people what your culture is all about. So I'm just going to draw a few designs on here to show what I'm thinking about right now. So I got to put a triangle, a circle with an X in it, an X with a circle in it, a square or a rectangle with some lines on it, some squiggly lines, and another triangle with another triangle inside of it. So I made a design. I haven't yet decided what these designs are representing, but they are representative of something in the culture that I'm a part of when I make this ancient musical instrument. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my index card, and on the opposite side where there is no design, I'm going to go ahead and tape it on. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down. I'm going to put some tape on it. Just like that. Then I'm going to take my paper clips. I'm going to put one on each end. Just like that. Then I'm going to take my rubber band and I'm going to go ahead and stretch it across. To hold everything down. Just like that. Now, I'm going to cut a length of string. I'm going to tie it to one of my paper clips to hold it together and keep it on. I'm going to do a double knot just to keep it doubly safe. And that's the basic design of our bull roarer. I'm going to demonstrate how it works in a second, but first I want you to understand something. When you're manipulating your bull roarer, when you're playing with it, when you're making it work, you want to be somewhere where you're not going to hit people in the face, because you're going to be spinning it around, okay? The string is fairly long, all right? So you're going to wrap it around your fingers and spin it and see if you can create a certain noise with it. Remember, when a propeller spins, it makes noise. Just like the bull roarer is going to make noise when I spin it. So give me a few minutes. We're going to go ahead and get somewhere where it's a little bit safer, and we're going to make our bull roarer work.